The UFC Whitehouse card just got announced yesterday at UFC 326. And what are my thoughts on it? What do I think about it? I don't think about it. No, I'm playing. It's honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna show you the card in a minute, but it's just not. It's not like they were hyping it up to be up here. It's right here, bro. But I think honestly, with a couple of changes, it could go from an 8.5 out of 10 to a 9.5 out of 10. Let's get into it though. Here, let me show you. Boom.
Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins.
This is the card. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. I feel like we all kind of knew that fight was going to happen on this card. You know, Justin Gaethje was calling for it. Ilia, you know, he was down for it. A little surprise here. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. I feel like a lot of people thought Alex Pereira was going to fight John Jones. And honestly, I'm not mad about it at all. Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. I'd rather this fight than the Jones fight. Just because I feel like this fight is more, you know, I'm more intrigued about this fight. It's like it's more a striking fight, and I feel like Jones versus Alex. I'm just not hyped about that fight. I actually really like this fight. The rest of the card though, the co-main and the main event, I think they're nice. I like them, but the rest of the card is just not it. They're not bad matchups, but they just either they don't make a lot of sense or they're just not hyped. And they're just not hyped. Like Sean O'Malley versus Amin Zahabi. I'm not going to say that fight doesn't make sense because Amin Zahabi's on a pretty big win streak. O'Malley, you know, he's American, whatever. He wants to fight on the card. I'm not going to say it doesn't make sense, but it's just no, it's not hyped about it. I feel like, honestly, I'm speaking for everyone now. They should have just done O'Malley versus Sandhagen. That would have made 100% sense. Sandhagen's been calling out for that. O'Malley said he'd fight anybody on this card. Why not just do that fight? Like, why are you doing Amin Zahabi? You know what I mean? Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler. Now, I have a little theory. My theory is that the card was apparently a big fight fell out, and I'm pretty sure I know which fight it was. I think, imagine this: Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje main event, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane co-main, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler feature fight. I feel like that's what the UFC was kind of going for. I think it makes sense. I think Conor McGregor probably pulled out or something. They called the Rufy to step in. So that's why the Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler fight is kind of, it feels like it just doesn't make much sense. You know, it came out of nowhere. This wasn't like, didn't call each other out at all. Like, it just doesn't make much sense. I'm not gonna be too hyped for it if I'm being real. I feel like I already know who's gonna win with that matchup. Michael Chandler, you know, like come on, he's like 39 years old. I feel like him versus Conor would make a lot more sense. And honestly, if Conor was on the card, the feature fight against Michael Chandler, this card would literally go from an 8.5 out of 10 to a 9.5. I'm not even kidding. Like it would have been a goated card if Conor was on it. I'm being real. But this is where I get a little pissed off because, as you know, Dana White, they're saying, you know, you're gonna lose your mind with this card. You're gonna lose your mind with the fights I got up next. And then we have Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins on the main card. Bro, I thought we've been through this. Bo Nickel on UFC 300, the main card. I thought we've been through this, bro. Bo Nickel is not a big star. Like, he's not a big prospect. I'd rather you put like, bro, we have better prospects than Bo Nickel. I'm telling you, we have better prospects. And then him against Kyle Dawkins, like at least give him like, I don't know, someone ranked like Roman Dolidze or something. I don't know, someone. But Kyle Dawkins versus Bo Nickel on the main card of the Whitehouse, I just don't know what they're doing about that. I don't like. And then last but not least, we got Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Now, I don't mind this fight. I think it's gonna be a sick fight. It should be pretty competitive. It just doesn't make much sense. Like, what is up with the UFC making these fights don't make much sense. Lately, UFC's been making a lot of fights. I just like, they're sick, they're cool fights, but they just like ranking wise, it just doesn't make much sense. And then we'll see like a big blowout because, like, you know, Steve Garcia. First of all, I just want to say this: low key industry plant, not really, not an industry plant, but like they're pushing him heavy. I get it. He's like a finisher. You know, he's a finish machine. Pause. But his best win is David Onama, who's ranked number 15. How is he ranked number 9? How is he ranked number 9? They just put him up, like, they give him the Paddy Pimblett treatment, bro. They just like bumped him up 5 ranks. And then now he's fighting our number 1 contender fight. Like, what is going on with that? Still a good fighter. You know, I'm a big fan of him. But That is the card, man. Like I guess that's the main card. Apparently, there's only gonna be like 7 fights in the whole card, so I guess we'll see like 2 more fights, if that. Um, Now the UFC, I'm pretty sure from like maybe a month ago, they said we're gonna have like 6 to 7 title fights on this card. I knew that was like BS. I obviously knew that that was not the case. They weren't gonna do that, like obviously. But like I expected maybe a little better than this. I don't know. Let me look at the comments real quick. This is so mid for the White House. 5 title fights, he said. Great card, but wholly disappointing. That's the thing. It's not a bad card, but it's just they were hyping up so much where it's like we thought that, I don't know, we just thought it would be like bigger fights. Like, I don't understand. Greatest card ever, Dana said. We all wanted Chandler fighting McGregor. Yeah. If, as I said, if Chandler was fighting McGregor, this card would be a lot better. Obviously, it would make a lot more sense. We're gonna have 5 title fights. Aim is a hobby. Are we serious right now? UFC 300 was better. Is this a prank? Trash card. Underwhelming. Pereira is cooked. I don't know about that one, bro. Worst card ever. Like, that's the thing. It's just not great. I'm being real. I feel like this thing. Everyone was calling out to be on the White House card. Everyone was like, why is Islam Makhachev calling out to be on the White House card? You know what I mean? Everyone was calling out to be on this card. You can do better than Bo Nickel and Kyle Dawkins. That's all I'm gonna say. You can do better than that. You could do better than that. USC, what is up with that? Like, we've been through this. Like, we don't want Bo Nickel on the main cards. I didn't Dana himself say that he'll like slow down on the Bo Nickel train after he lost to DeRitter? I swear he said that. But like, oh my god. Let me see what other video I got. Oh, whoops. Whoa, it's my numbers. Let's watch this.
So, as I was aware, it was the White House. I was up for the White House. I know the administration was strong for me to be in the White House. It was McGregor versus Chandler. The story was built in. Chandler's a stand-up guy. He's electric in the cage. He comes to bring it. I'm the Mac. It would have been dynamite somewhere.
So, Conor McGregor, I guess that's confirmed. I don't know, whether you believe him or not. I don't know. I just believe him. So Conor McGregor was supposed to fight Chandler. It makes a lot more sense. I'm guessing that's the big fight that pulled out of the card that had like Hunter and Dana stressing. Which, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. The card, if he was on the card, as I said before, a lot more stacked. Doesn't excuse Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. But first of all, why is McGregor wearing a skull cap? I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't know. He had that in his bag, but nah. So I guess that's the card, right? Let me look. Let me go back to it. The card's not too shabby. The main and co-main, I think they're very good. I really like the co-main event, especially like Alex Pereira versus Cirogan. I'm really hyped for that fight. Should be very competitive. Or not. Could be or not. We'll see. It's like it has like a question mark to it. And then obviously the main event. Good card, as I said, just not the greatest as it was hyped up to be. It's a quick little video today. The card, actually, if you guys want to see my live reaction to it, I was on stream yesterday for UFC 226, little watch along. If you want to see my live reaction, I'll put it right here. Wait, they're announcing it. Oh, Ilya. Okay, Ilya Gaethje. Pereira. Gone. Pereira gone. Is that all? Sean O'Malley versus Eamon Zahabi. Mauricio Rubio versus Michael Chandler. Bo Nickel versus Kyle. This card's buns. What's going on? The card's not that. O'Malley versus Eamon Zahabi. Rufy versus Chandler. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Dawkins. Diego Lopez. Sean Garcia. Steve Garcia. Good fight. The rest of the fights, other than the main and co-main, buns. There you go. There's my live reaction. And that's the end of the video, bro. Subscribe, like, whatever. And yeah, bro. I'll be back maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. Probably tomorrow.